lost that year after putting up a huge fight and fell to the Lakers in Game 7, 105-108. Mike Tyson went against Michael Spinks that year in one of the largest grossing fights at the time, recorded at $71 million. Both men went undefeated in fighting for the heavyweight championship. Tyson knocked out Spinks in an impressive 91 seconds and won the fight. For golf, Shirley Furlong won the LPGA Lady Keystone Golf Open, while Curtis Strange won the U.S. Golf Open. June was also the month that one of my all-time favorite movies came out, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. The movie was hilarious and featured a scene cross between the real world and cartoon world. The movie involved a rabbit getting framed for a murder that he didn't commit, and the detective who was hired to find the truth, even though he hated cartoon people. It had a great storyline and ended with the two of them discovering who actually committed the murder. Microsoft releases MS-DOS 4.0 in June of 1988, and it can be downloaded on a floppy disk drive. At the time, it was one of the first operating systems to feature support for hard disk partitions, and also featured a native graphics shell. Gas prices during that time were an incredible 91 cents per gallon, while the average price of a new home was $91,600, and the average price for a new car was $10,400. Surprisingly, the cost of milk was around $2 a gallon, and the price of eggs was about 65 cents. One More Try by George Michael, Together Forever by Rick Astley, and Foolish Beat by Debbie Gibson topped the Billboard music charts during June of 1988. On the 5th of that month, the Children's Miracle Network hosted their first ever telethon, raising an astonishing $590,000. At the Tony Awards that year, the two top winners were M. Butterfly and Phantom of the Opera. Katie Cody became the first woman to sail around the globe alone when she arrived in Sydney, Australia on June 5th. NASA launched its space vehicle S-213 during that month as well. During that month, the Supreme Court ruled to uphold a law that makes it illegal for nightclubs to discriminate against women and minorities. A fun fact about June 1988 is that the world's largest sausage was completed and was a record-breaking 13 1/8 miles long. June of 1988 also featured another major event, and that was the day of my birth. I was born June 20, 1988. I consider my birthday one of the best times of the year, and it is also a major reason why I love the summer and everything it entails so much. It is amazing to think about how things have changed in 26 years. We've advanced from floppy disk to SD puzzles to save and transfer information we need. We also have the ability to communicate wherever we are through small cell phones that have similar capabilities of computers. We've experienced quite a bit of inflation with gas prices rising over 400% since then, while the prices of food have only increased slightly over the years. I enjoyed learning all of the things about my month and the year I was born, and I hope you did as well. Thank you all for taking the time out to